Welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create this lovely look for Valentine's Day. So let's get it started. Now, to prime my eyelid, I am using the Louise eyeshadow base in the shade 4, and I am using my Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush to pat the color on, and this is the best way to apply this base. So right now I'm just patting the color around to build it up, and then I am going in with a different brush, and this is from Real Techniques, and this is the Instapop crease brush, and I am buffing out the edges. And then I am going to go in with another brush from Real Techniques, and this is pretty much the same thing but slightly bigger, and I'm just buffing out the base and trying to make it nice and smooth and ready for adding color. So yeah, so just buffing it out, softening it up, and getting rid of any excess space. And before I even start with the colors, I am going to add tape because I want a nice sharp edge. The first color I'm going to use is the shade You're Kidding from the James Charles palette, and this is a matte red. And the brush I'm using for this is the Instapop crease brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to use this brush throughout the video. But yeah, so I use this brush to pretty much pack in like the colors and stuff, and I feel like this is the best brush to build the colors up. So right now my main focus is to build the color. So the best way to do that is by packing it instead of swiping it. And as you can see, I applied it above my crease a little bit because I do have hooded eyes. If I were to put it directly on my crease, you won't see it at all because I do have extra skin. So yeah, so I have to take the extra step and put it above my crease. And yeah, so right now I'm just packing it on. And then the next color that I'm going to use is the shade Skip from the James Charles palette again, and this is a matte neon pink color, and I'm applying that above the red color that I used. And as you can see, I'm using the same brush, but I cleaned it every time. So right now I'm just packing the brush and blending it with the red as well because I like a nice clean gradient. So that is just my main focus right now, is to pack in the color and then blend it with the previous color. And then after I'm done packing on the pink, I am going to go back with You're Kidding and building the color back up, because when you add the next color, the color that you used before kind of disappear a little bit, so you want to build that color back up. So that is what I'm doing. So using Skip, I am repeating the same process and building the color up. And as you can tell, I am using a different brush, and this brush is from Morphe, and it's the M506 brush, and this is a mini tapered blending brush. And not only that, I'm building the color back up, but I am buffing out the edges. And then the next colors I'm going to use are Spooky and You're Kidding. I just want to darken up the red a little bit, so I'm applying that only on my crease area. Just, well, slightly above my crease because I do have hooded eyes, but mostly I just wanted to darken the color up. I don't want the color to be black per se. I just want it to a nice dark red. Now, using your kitting again, I am going to put that right on top of the dark color that I created. So, you know, I'm just building the color back up and make it look more red instead of black. So I am trying to make more of a dark red. And I'm still using the same brush from Morphe. This is the mini tapered blending brush, and I believe it's the 506, the M506. And then I'm going back in with Skip and pretty much repeating the process, just building the color up and blending it out some more. And then I also blended with the red because it did have like a weird sharp edge, so that's what I did. Now to cut my crease, I'm using the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade 0, which is a white base, and I am pretty much creating my cut crease. So I am using the Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush for this, and since I do have hooded eyes, I do apply it above my crease area. And then after I applied the eyeshadow base, I am going to clean up the edges, make it nice and sharp. And then I'm also seeing where the base stops, so that'll help me to create the cut crease based on where the creasing stops. Well, for me, because I do have hooded eyes, so. And then I'm going in with the Real Techniques Instapop brush to pretty much dry up the base. And then I'm going with your kitting, and I am putting that on the outer V area of my eye, and I'm using the Instapop crease brush for this. And then I'm going in with Skip, and I am putting that beside the red color, and I'm going to blend it with the red as well because I want a nice clean gradient. Now the next color I'm going to use is called Pinkity Drinkity, which is a matte baby pink color, and I am applying that on the rest of my eyelid, and I am going to blend it with the neon pink. So not only that I'm packing it on, I am doing a sweeper motion a little bit to blend it very well with the pink. And as you can see, I'm still using the Instapop brush. And now to line my eyes, I'm going to use the NYX Foil Play Loose powder in the shade French Macaron, which is a shimmer rose gold color. And I'm going to mix it with the Ben Nye glitter glue. And I am using a lip liner brush from Beatz Cosmetics. And to me, I feel like it was easier. Pretty much, I mixed the loose pigment with the glitter glue to create like a gel, an eyeliner gel. Yeah, so this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just creating a regular schmegular eyeliner or a regular schmegular, you know, cat eye or whatever, but instead of using black, I'm using a shimmer pink rose gold color. And really take your time on this because it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of work, especially since I have hooded eyes and I have extra saggy skin. I mean, sometimes it tends to skip, if that makes sense. So I had to really go slow and really take my time because I really want to have a nice, sharp, clean line. Now for my brow, well, the arch of my brow, I'm using the color So Good and Sister, and I'm just applying that only on the arch. And then I'm going in with the Morphe blending brush that I used previously, and this is clean, and I'm just mixing it, well, blending it with the pink. Now for the mascara, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Elastic Mascara, I think that's what it's called. And you know, this is pretty self-explanatory. So, and now my eye look is almost done. Now it's time to finish up my face. And yeah, I was excited. I'm a hot mess. And then to prime my lower eyelid, I'm using the Rumour 4 shade from the, what's that thing called again, from the Louise eyeshadow base, and I'm just applying it there. And then the color I'm going to use is Skip again, and I'm going to apply that all on the lower lid. And as you can see, I'm using that same brush from Real Techniques. So just pack it on. And then the next color I'm going to use is You're Kidding, which is, you know, the same red color again. And I am putting that as close to my lash line, and I'm using an angled brush from Real Techniques. And now to line my waterline, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills waterproof cream color and the color Honey. And I'm just applying that on my waterline. And I am using an angled brush from Essence, and I really love this because it's very precise. And now I'm going back in with the IT Cosmetics Mascara again and applying it on my lower lashes. And now for my lashes, I am using the Ardell Studio FX and the number 231, and yeah, looking pretty cute. I was so happy. That came out nice. Now for my cheeks, I'm using the _ELF blush palette, and this is the shade Dark, and I'm using those two colors. And the brush I'm using is the _ELF Flawless Face Brush, and I just use that for my cheeks instead of my whole face. And I did spray the brush with a setting spray before I applied the blush. Now for the highlight, I'm using Literally and Face. I'm using my fan brush from Equal Tools, and I'm applying that on my high points of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Now to line my lips, I'm using the ColourPop liquid lipstick in the color Limbo, and this is a chocolate brown color. And honestly, I prefer you guys to use a lip primer because it is very drying. I do have dry lips, so I should have used, you know, a lip primer first, but it's okay, it's fine. And now the next color or lip that I'm using is from ColourPop again, and this is the color Naughty, and this is a warm light nude color, and I'm applying that in the middle, and I'm going to blend it with the Limbo. Now to gloss it up, I'm using the Intense Butter Gloss from NYX in the color Peanut Brittle, and this is like a light caramel nude color, and I'm just applying that all over my lips and blend it with the rest of the colors that I used previously. Now to set it all up, to finish it up, I'm using the oil-free finishing spray from Skin Denavia, and that is pretty much it. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I hope that it was easy for you to follow. Now that we reached the end, you can show me some love by liking, subscribing with the bell, and commenting, sharing, all that good stuff. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button with the bell so that you know when I'm uploading new videos. See you on the next video. Bye.